Hi everyone, today as you know from the title is going to be another modelling related video. I thought it'd be a good idea to get some of the kind of more sit down videos. Sorry, there's just someone moving around outside my house. Yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea to film a lot of the sit down videos I wanted to do, as obviously everyone's at home now. So vlogging is a bit harder like when you're out and about vlogging or traveling, so I'm gonna try and do some more sit down videos, and this is one of the ones I wanted to film, as this would have really helped me when I started out modelling, as I feel like people don't speak about this a lot. I know my agency gave me this little like leaflet document thing with things on it that you should kind of always carry with you. But I don't know if all agencies do that, or if new models would necessarily know these things. So yeah, I thought I'd just film it. Hopefully it helps out some of the models that have just been signed, or any aspiring models, or just for anyone who needed a bit of help organising their bag when going to shoots or castings. As the title said, this is going to be what I make sure I always have with me when I'm doing anything to do with modelling, whether that be going to a casting, going to a shoot, going to a fitting, travelling, anything like that. These are just things I think are essential to have in my bag at all time, just to have me covered. So this is the bag that I've recently purchased. I used to carry around a different bag, but it kind of needed replacing, so I just bought this one off ASOS because it's the perfect size, and I liked that it was quite neutral, obviously apart from the straps. As you can see, it's from Nike, and it's just this black kind of tote bag. I really like this one because, as you can see, it is quite big, which means I can fit a lot in it. I know a lot of models carry around smaller bags with them. For, I'd say, show time, it might be better to change to a smaller bag, just because if you're being photographed you don't want this massive bag taking up half the photo. But for everyday, this one is perfect. It has a zip at the top, which I love, because my luck, it always starts raining when I'm out and about. And it also has pockets inside and outside, so yeah, I'll link it down below if it's still on the ASOS website. But any sort of bag like this, I'd say is perfect. So I'm going to start showing you the stuff I have inside the bag. Of course, first of all, this one's quite an obvious one, especially if you're going to castings or go-sees or anything like that, is your book. This is mine. I do keep it in like a separate fabric tote bag inside of that bag, if that makes sense, just to keep the outside kind of protected if there's anything sharp or anything that could leak or anything in there. Or if you don't have a book yet, make sure you always have your cards with you. Second thing, I think quite a few models tend to forget, especially if you're not reminded on kind of the information part when you're sent through the details for your day, is to always have a pair of heels with you. Even if you're not going to a casting, even if it's, I feel like I've gone really dark. Okay. Even if it is not a casting, it's always good to have a pair of heels with you, because say if it's a test shoot, the stylist might not have bought your size shoes, so it's always good to have your own as backup. Or if you're going to a casting, even if it's not for runway or shows, they still might want to see you in heels, posing in heels, walking in heels at a go-see. So yeah, best bet is to always bring a pair of heels if you're not wearing them. I just like to keep these stiletto ones in my bag. They're quite like thin, so they don't take up that much room, and they're really lightweight. Okay, so now on to the smaller bits that you might forget to bring with you. I always keep this like a little makeup bag inside my bag that I keep little bits and pieces in, just so they don't all get lost in the bag, and they're easy to access if I need them. I always like to have hairbands, so I have a lot of hairbands in here, ones that don't kink your hair. I have little clips, neutral coloured hairbands as well, are like so handy to have, especially if you've got long hair or a lot of hair. A lot of the time at castings, go-sees, or really simple test shoots where there's no one to do your hair, they might ask you to tie it back or tie it up, to see you with your hair back. I always like to make sure I have either on my wrist so that it's like easy to access if I know the casting is going to be really quick, or just in my bag. Say you're in a casting with a room full of girls and they keep asking girls to tie their hair back and none of them have a hairband, and then you're that one girl who has the hairband, you will stick more in that casting director's mind. As crazy as it sounds, they will remember you as that girl who was really organised and had her own hairband, made the whole process so much easier and quicker. It just shows that you're like super prepared and organised, and they'll really like that. So hairbands are always a must to have. Also, whether you're going to a test shoot, a casting, a fitting, anything like that, if you're not wearing it, you should always have nude underwear in your bag. Either a nude bra or a strapless bra like this one, and then obviously nude bottoms are really important to have. I always try and remember to wear them, but if it's not like suitable for the outfit you're wearing, whatever, just make sure you have it in your bag. Again, it makes whoever you're seeing or trying clothes on for or anything like that, it just makes their life so much easier if you have it with you. Again, it makes everything quicker and you'll seem really organised and prepared. Moisturiser is another thing I always have in my bag. You never know what sort of clothes you'll be trying on. If I'm going to a fitting or a test shoot, I always moisturise before I go, like especially my legs and my arms. Or if I'm actually going to an actual shoot. But sometimes if you try clothes on, you might notice a spot that you've missed, or you might have a bit of dry skin. That would look better if you moisturised it. So I just have a little travel moisturiser in my bag. This is just a little Soap and Glory one. It gives your skin a really nice natural shine. It's the perfect size to just pop in your bag. This one's for any girls watching. You probably do this all anyway, but just in case not, always have like sanitary products in your bag. You never know, and it's always good just to have yourself covered. I always make sure I just have a couple of them in my bag. Having a bit of makeup in your bag can also be useful. I like to always keep a powder in my bag or these oil absorbing sheets, because my skin can tend to get quite oily, especially if I'm like running around. So I've got 4 castings in one day, so I've got to run between castings. You might need like a touch up, say your skin's getting a bit shiny. The oil absorbing sheets are really good just for reducing any shine, or having a powder in your bag if you're wearing makeup and it needs touching up slightly. Again, a lot of people probably carry this, but deodorant can be really important to have if you've got a long day of shooting and you're constantly wearing different clothes. You might need a freshen up at lunch. And then just a couple other bits that might be useful to have. These are things I like to put in if I can remember. I like to have lip balm, especially in the winter if I'm outside quite a lot during the day and I've got castings or anything like that to go to. Having moisturised lips is much better than having chapped lips, so I just keep this MAC lip conditioner in my bag. Chewing gum, I like to just carry these in my bag. Sorry, they're really loud, especially if I've got a long day. You never know what you'll be eating for lunch that day, so yeah, chewing gum in your bag is always good for a freshen up as well. A hairbrush, especially if your hair like gets knotty from being outside all day or anything like that, might be useful to have. I've got this really like mini little travel sized one, so it's perfect to go in my bag. And then a little pocket sized mirror is also helpful to have in your bag. Before you go into a casting, you can just quickly check you look put together. There's no like weird strands of hair or any food in your teeth or anything like that. Another thing that I'd recommend always having in your bag is a book or a piece of like work. So you're at uni, having a bit of uni work in your bag, because sometimes at castings you can be waiting for multiple hours even. So to make your time more productive, having a book to read or work to do is a good way to help the time go by and to make sure you're being productive. Also, if like the team you're seeing see that you're reading like a really interesting book or anything like that, then it's something else to talk to when you finally get to do the casting. And the last thing I can think of are plasters because you never know what shoes you'll be asked to try on or walk in or shoot in. And they could give you blisters. So just to make the journey home more pleasant. Plasters are lifesavers sometimes. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped anyone out there who was struggling with packing their bags. That sounded like you're moving away. No, just anyone out there who needed a little bit of help with that. Obviously these are just things that, in my personal opinion, I like to have with me, and think they're really important and useful to have with you. Everyone carries different things with them. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye!